Now, when you look at your brands and you look at when you join advertising, you'll be handling 3-4 brands, whether it's Kit Kat, whether it's Pepsi, whether it's a car, whether it's a refrigerator. How do you know which dream to tap into with which brand? Actually, it's very simple, but nobody will teach you this in B school. Nobody will teach you in this B school because they have to give you exercise books and textbooks that are this thick, and you go round and round in circles and still don't understand. Because actually it's so simple that you don't need to go to B school to understand branding. Branding is all about psychology and not about business management. Branding is that you have to realize what is the person in your brand. Now, do you know who's the person in Pepsi? How old is he? How does he think? What does he do? What clothes does he wear? What does he dream about? If you can understand even 50% of the person that lives inside the brand called Pepsi, then you will be able to deal with the brand. It's a common denominator and a common dream. Then your brand personalities never change, they evolve. Have you noticed brands that are doing extremely well, if suddenly the team that is handling the brand changes and their perception of that brand changes too, then what happens to the consumer? Let's take the case history of Pepsi. I'm not going to show you illustrations because you already know what I'm talking about. I might show you some films of Pepsi, which are the new ones, not the old ones. Okay? Because that looks too fictitious because I did all the old ones. So everyone will say, shit, he's saying he did better than what these guys are doing now. But if you look at the brand perception of Pepsi, when we were handling the brand, my brand perception of Pepsi was, here's this snotty little kid, young teenager, 18, full of hormones, dying to check out the chicks, hates the establishment, wants to grow his hair, wants to wear baggy trousers, he wants to wear trousers that become ABCD. I didn't see any of you wearing ABCD trousers. How come? You know what ABCD trousers are? Agabai chaddi distat. An ABCD trouser which all the youngsters wear, they wear them up to their butt, what do you call, crotches. And they drag them on the ground like municipality sweepers. And they're baggy and they're slouchy and they wear t-shirts that come up to here. And every time they bend over, you can actually see the chaddi. Because the chaddi is worn here and the trousers worn here. I have 3 sons, so I know. So, they're called ABCD trousers. In case you didn't know. It's called Agabai Chaddi Distat. Which is the bai's reaction to the kid in the house. When he bends over and she's doing katka and she's saying, oh, Agabai Chaddi Distat. So, that was the image of the Pepsi brand. He cocked a snook. There was nothing official about him. He did everything the way he thought he wanted to do it. And everything that he did was anti-establishment. He didn't like rules. He didn't like what his parents did. He didn't want to be like them. He still wanted to live in the same house because it was free. So if they kicked him out of the house, he would just about slime that thin line between being kicked out and being shouted at. So as long as he could close his room, they could shout as much as they wanted. His room was untidy. He was always hooked onto his computer. He was whiz at computer. He probably did a little bit of illegal hacking. Okay? And he was in constant contact with his friends. And he found the cheapest deals on his cell phone so he didn't have to pay the bills. He also found ways to make international phone calls illegally without having to pay the bills. Because he was a smart little bugger. Because he was a highly technologically advanced kid without ever having been to any school. Okay, he knew all the shortcuts in the computer. He knew all the shortcuts on his phone. He knew how to get away by paying it. And he knew how to make his buck stretch. Whatever his pocket money was. And he was a brilliant chamcha. Because when it suited him, he was good as gold. Because he wanted something from you. But when it didn't suit him, he'd say, nah. That was Pepsi. And he had fun all the time. And he was exasperating because he was nothing like what you wanted your son to be. And as long as we stuck to that image, the brand just flew. Because that's how everybody else thinks they are. And even if they might not dress like that, and even if they don't behave like that, that's the dream. The dream is to be independent and yet dependent. The dream is not to follow rules and break them but not get caught. The dream is to constantly do well in whatever you're doing if it was important to you. And the dream was to have fun all the time, 24/7. And as long as that brand, that little guy inside that brand was the same dream as the dream that the consumer dreamt, you were fine. What happened? Has Pepsi changed in the last 10 years? Yes? No? In what way? No. We've had them right from the beginning. Pepsi always had brand ambassadors. It was launched with Aishwarya Rai and Aamir Khan. And with Remo and with Juhi Chawla. It was launched with them. So that hasn't changed. The brand ambassadors always remain the same. But something has changed. Why? If you look at the Pepsi advertising today, it's no longer fun. It is an old man's idea of what young people should be. Only an old man will tell a young person, hey, you're young. A young person will look at him and say, so? You're old.